teetering. If anyone's watching, we have Bread Rain. Today was her last breeding. I am running a vaginal cytology on Lily. You just want to roll it. I just put the distilled water here. I didn't bother putting it in here. All right. We no longer need that. I'm going to go ahead and put this on here. Anybody watching? Now that's going to sit. We're going to leave that there where it's stable. I'm going to uncap the red stain. Uncap the blue stain. How long am I going to let this sit for? Let's see.
2 minutes.
I know it's Saturday. Nobody wants to be in the house watching any of this. But we like to show our clients that are waiting how we do every step of the way. We're going to let the stain, the acetone that sets it, we're going to let that sit. Got another minute 12. Then we'll start to dip it. Anyone geeking out with me? And then we shall see. I'm going to grab my glasses and put them somewhere safe. They're on my head. I don't want to touch them now that I'm touching all this. Today I decided to use the actual timers for my progesterone machine. so I could time it actually correctly. All right.
15 seconds.
And now we're going to dip it for 15 seconds in the red. We don't really have to keep dunking it.
Seconds. Daisy, let it drip.
Now we're going to let this sit for a little bit, right?
5 minutes.
Now I'll tell you, I've watched vet techs run this test. Everybody does it different. Some people dunk the slide after it's been sprayed and set 15 times in the red, and then they shake it off a little. Then they go 10 times in the blue. They shake it off a little, and they go right to the water and rinse it. Now, the last stain kit I got yesterday, I have 3 kits. Yesterday said to let the blue set for 5 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and let it set. Who's waiting on these puppies? Anybody? Or are y'all just going to stay quiet until we see puppies on the ground? That's respectable. We can do that. I do know there are 3 pups sold so far. That's how we do it. We do not breed until I have at least 3 or 4 people ready, under contract, saying they have arms waiting. And then I just believe, myself, we believe, it's highly irresponsible to just breed life without arms waiting. So that's why we are apprehensive. Sorry, I have a hair in my face. Little apprehensive breeding. We want to make sure there are arms waiting, homes waiting. So we have never been the breeder that just has pups for the sake of having them and then let's see who comes forward. I need to always make sure I have at least 4 pups sold, and then I start to, figure out what will happen if I don't have enough homes. But we've always had people waiting. So, but we'll see. We'll see what happens this time around. We got rain bred to Bruno. We're letting Bruno rest right now because Faith is not in heat. So we're letting Bruno hang out with Faith. He's just resting. I got a nice sample from him this morning and went ahead and implanted that. And he likely bred her as well over the days. I saw them, and so I think we have a really good chance there of getting a nice litter. We have another minute and a half here. And, but it's important if you're breeding any life to make sure you have arms waiting. You know, it's just, the world is full of puppies, and we just prefer to make sure we have families waiting, and then I feel better about the process. So I'm going to go ahead and let these curtains down now because I'll need it a little darker for the microscope. Just wanted you to be able to see better. And again, the stains that we use are made in the United States. They're very safe. Every university has these stains. Poison Control can tell you they're very safe. Even if you get them on your skin, you just wash them. If the blue or red stain does not come off, you can use a little hydrogen peroxide. You can use a little baking soda. You can use lemon juice. Vinegar will take the stain off your hands. I've used everything, you know. But we do wear gloves just because why do you want the blue or the red stain? All right, so here we go. We're going to dunk the 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, can you guess how long we're going to let it sit?
It has to dry.
I'm waiting for my handsome assistant to read how the company wants the test done.
Just says make sure it's completely dry.
It's got to be dry. So we're going to sit here and talk. So, but now, I have also seen some vet techs take the paper towel and pat it dry on top, but I do not want to mess with the beautiful sample. So we're just going to go ahead and air it dry the best we can. It's funny, when all you do is eat, sleep, and drink breeding like we do, and there's multiple females you're trying to get bred, you know, sometimes you fall asleep thinking about what you have to do next, especially if you have multiple litters going. And night before last, I fell asleep. Well, I dozed off. It wasn't even nighttime. I dozed off, and I dreamt that I had the blue methylene stain all over my hands, and I couldn't get it off. And when I woke up, I said to Chris, "Oh my God, I have the methylene, this blue stain all over my hands," and I was scrubbing them, and he goes, "What? No, you don't." So,
That should be good.
it's still got a few little
Wet spots.
Yeah. So, but those of you that have been following me for years, you've watched me, you know, do everything from whelping litters in the middle of a blizzard to losing power for a day and a half after I've had a litter of puppies and laying in the whelping box with 2 jogging suits and my bathrobe with puppies lined up on my chest, taking them out from mom to nurse and putting them back, making the little tent with the blankets. Oh yeah, anything that can happen and go wrong up here in northern Maine, it will. So, all right, here we go. You want to take the camera?
Mm-hmm. As soon as you set the slide.
All right. All right. My handsome assistant.
Yeah,
I
okay.
need you to.
Yeah.
All right. Gotta zoom out. Come on. All right.
Can they see this?
Yeah. Oh, can you
I
see?
can't see what I'm taping. I mean, I can't see what
Yeah, just bring it in, hold it right there so they can see. And then hold it steady. And so here you can see the nucleuses are gone. There's a teeny, teeny, tiny one there, but they've become jagged, more jagged. They're closer together. The nucleuses are gone. You see, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
They're nice and jagged. We have one little tiny nucleus right here. I'll point to it right there. But for the most part, oh, sorry. There we go. They're jagged. See the nice jagged pieces there? That's what we're looking for. There is another little nucleus here and here. Tiny, tiny one there. A faint one there, but I think they're pretty much by tomorrow. Now there's nice jagged. You can see the sharper edges. This here ran into that one. That's not a nucleus, I don't think. Nice pointy edges. No nucleuses, so this is good. Nucleus is gone. All right. So by tomorrow, which is perfect timing, I'd like these litters about a week apart. And again, oops, sorry. Nice sharper edges. My handsome assistant, what do you think, Chris? Oh, we do see a nucleus here.
Mm-hmm. What's today?
Here, but the edges are sharper.
Today's 6, right?
You can see one little nucleus there, one there. That one there is gone. Oh. Hair looks good. Hair looks good.
That's a nucleus.
There is a nucleus there. So I'm going to say tomorrow or the next day for Lily. And we'll go ahead and check her again. I may run an actual blood test here. She's easy going. Nucleuses are gone, but we're way better than we were. Nice jagged edges here. All right, so we're getting there. Now we know where Lily is. I think and we're seeing more clusters closer together. So I think if I could make a guesstimate, but what do I know? They're coming closer together. There's more clusters. The nucleuses here have disappeared, and the edges are getting sharper. So this looks really good to me. No nucleus there, no nucleus there. None here. This is good. Who's waiting on Lily? You love that girl? That's Gage's daughter with Serafina Del Fracasso, who's the daughter of Franca. Pups are going to be amazing, if I don't mind saying so myself. Now, what you'll be looking for in this litter with Bruno and Lily is going to be black is dominant over fawn. So if I can make a prediction, if she has 7 or 8 puppies, it's going to be, or 9 puppies. She likely will have 9 or 10 puppies. I'm going to make a guess. You're going to see probably 4 to 5 or 4 fawns, and possibly the brindle like her father was, that apricot brindle. And then there's going to be about 4 of the black brindle like Lily. So figure it out like that. Black is always dominant over fawn. And that's the pigmentation. So again, 10 pups. We're looking at probably 4 fawn, maybe 2 of the brindle like Gage, and the balance being black brindle like Lily. Now in the case of Rain, Rain looks just like her father, that brindle that's apricot used. She's bred to Bruno also. Prediction, I think we're going to see if she, and I think because of the way she's built, she might have 6 pups. I think somewhere along there, the old wives' tale is go by how many nipples she has. So if she was to have, say, 6 or 7 pups, I'm going to make a prediction. You're going to see probably 3 fawns and then brindles like Gage, or 4 fawns and maybe 4 brindles like Gage. I'm just not sure. But the brindle is always dominant over fawn. So I can tell you, Lisa has, Liz has a first pick fawn male secure. Lisa has a fawn male and a fawn, Liz has a fawn male out of Rain secure. Lisa has a fawn male and a brindle male secure. Everything else is open right now, but I will tell you, there are about 10 people that have been sitting waiting for us to have puppies. And as soon as we know they're pregnant, they're going to go very, very, very quick. And I will also tell you at this point, I'm not taking any deposits. I do have 2 deposits in place from somebody that was just with me, very, very sure they wanted to. And that's what I allowed. I'm not taking any deposits to secure a puppy. I want pups on the ground, and then it's first come, first serve. So again, first fawn male sold out of Rain specifically to Liz, and then first fawn male to Lisa, and first brindle male to Lisa's brother-in-law. Anything else to add? So we're going to go ahead and check Lily tomorrow. Thank you for staying with me, and the best is yet to come. If you don't like this scientific stuff, don't worry about it. We'll talk to you soon. Have